Chapter 2, Part B. Registered Council, self-regulating, meaning they have direct jurisdiction over the real estate licensee. So highlight direct jurisdiction, so direct control. The registered council set out what the council can do. So they set out, right? Administer the act, regulation, rules and bylaws. So highlight administer. Administer means control, right? Maintain and advance the knowledge of and competency of its licensee. Basically, they need to be qualified, right? So that's why you need to do the PDP courses. Every 2 years, you need to have 18 credits, three courses in order to renew your license. So highlight maintain and advance. Uphold and protect the public. Highlight uphold and protect the public. Through instilling licensees conduct themselves professionally with a high degree of integrity. So highlight professionally and integrity. Basically, their goal is to protect the public, and they want to make sure the real estate maintain professionalism and integrity. The council can, what they can do, they can issue a license, renew a license, or may refuse to issue a license, or may issue a license with conditions, cancel or suspend a license, right? Possibly temporarily in public's best interest. If you don't follow the guideline, you take the money cash, they can suspend it, right? So I had issue, renew, cancel, suspend. Next, establish educational requirements. So they will make sure that you do some courses, right? So I'll establish educational. Assess all application, and they assess all application basically, then make a decision, right? So I'll assess, establish, may conduct investigation or hold hearing before a license is issued. So highlight conduct investigation or hold hearing. It's up to them, right? Ensure licensees are complying, highlight complying, means following to the requirements of the Real Estate Services Act, RESMA, right? Regulations, rules and bylaws. Can make bylaws relating to the conduct of council members and qualification in order to be elected to council, right? So I'll bylaws. So they also make bylaws. Freeze property if in the public's best interest, right? For example, misuse of trust fund. So they can also freeze. So what can they do? Issue, renew, right? Cancel, suspend, establish, assess, investigate, right? Conduct investigations, right? Comply, make you comply, right? And make bylaws and freeze property. So remember this way. So there are 16 members in total in the council. How many members? 16. 12 members from around the province. So all over province, all over BC, there are 12 members they select. 9, so out of 12, 9 are the managing brokers, right? 7 from 7 districts, right? And 3 reps. And 3 reps. So basically 3 representatives and 9 managing brokers out of 12 members. So only 3 realtors are selected from all over BC. 1 member will be elected from either managing broker. Representative must be licensed to provide rental property strata manager. So 1 from rental or strata manager. Okay, highlight rental and strata. And 3 government appointed public members or lay members. So 3 members they can select from any lawyer or anybody, right? So how many members? 16. So how many managing broker? 9. Only trade person? 3. Strata manager? 1. And 3 layman or public appointee. We need to remember this one. This mostly comes in. Then rule 7 bylaws, right? So section 86 highlighted of Real Estate Service Act gives the council the power to make bylaws and rules to govern licensees. This may the council can respond quickly to any changes to the real estate marketplace. Being able to make changes quickly as needed to real estate industry will allow the council to serve and protect the public effectively. So highlight serve and protect public effectively. And highlight changes quickly, making changes quickly. Make changes, right? Real Estate Service Act 84 and 5 give the council the authority to make bylaws they feel is necessary to conduct its business, which include assessments and licensing fees. Right? Well, assessment and licensing fee. Next, Part 4 of the Real Estate Service Act shows how the council has the power to investigate. Highlight power to investigate. Licenses conduct, order disciplinary sanctions, issue administrative penalties to act in urgent circumstances. Investigations. The council must establish hearing committee for purpose of conducting a disciplinary hearing. So highlight establish hearing committee. Council gather evidence, highlight gathers evidence, notify the licensee of a hearing. Even if the licensee does not appear, there will be a full hearing or consent order. Highlight hearing or consent. This is in place of hearing. The discipline committee will make a specified discipline order. The purpose of this investigation is to determine whether a licensee may have committed number 1 professional misconduct, highlight conduct unbecoming a licensee by engaging in conduct that is not in the public's best interest, highlight not in the public's best interest, undermines public confidence in the real estate industry, bring the real estate industry into disrepute, highlight disrepute, undermine public confidence and not invest. Okay. Discipline. The council will have a council discipline committee. They may reprimand. Reprimand means don't do that again. I mean basically discipline you, right? Suspend. They can suspend you for 1 week, 2 weeks, right? Cancel a license permanently. You can't sell, right? Impose restrictions. So highlight reprimand, suspend, cancel, impose restriction. Basically mean they tell you you can do this, you can't do this, right? Requires a licensee to seize or carry out specified activities. Highlighted. Required to seize, so you can't do certain things, right? Or say never allowed to sell a new home again, for example, right? Require a course of study or training, so they can say okay, do the chapter 9 again, do the chapter 12 again, like that. Require payment of a disciplinary penalty of not more than 20,000 for a brokerage. Highlight 20,000 and 10,000 for individual. They may say okay, pay this much money, right, as a penalty. Licensee may be ordered to pay all costs of investigation, highlight cost of investigation and hearing, where they have been disciplined. Appeals. Licensee can still appeal the disciplinary order received to the council. Licensee make their appeal to the Financial Services Tribunal. Highlight. So you can appeal to Financial Services Tribunal. Formally, it is known as Commercial Appeal Commission. Okay. And administrative penalty. So they can charge $250 for first infraction to $1,000 for third. So highlight $250 for first, $1,000 for third. This administrative penalty fees may be given when rules have been breached. Highlight rules breached that do not cause any direct harm to the public. The council has authority from Real Estate Services Act to freeze property, highlight freeze property if it is in public's interest. For example, evidence the trust fund have been misused, right? Highlight misused.